Hello church, it is great to speak to you today. I hope you and your families are well. My name's Sam and I am going to be speaking on fear. And our Bible reading is going to come from Psalm 27 verse 1, which reads, "The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? The Lord is a stronghold of my life, and whom shall I be afraid?" Now the idea of fear is an interesting concept, because fear can save your life. Fear can be very useful. For example, you would not jump in a lion's den because of the fear of getting eaten. So fear is something that we should appreciate and is God-given for certain occasions to keep us alive. But however, this verse shows that we should fear no human. The second part of the verse says, "The Lord is the stronghold of my life." And that shows that as soon as we take that step of giving our lives to Jesus and start this amazing journey with him, we have that firm foundation, that stronghold that can never be broken. And as long as we always have that stronghold, we don't need to fear anyone, because God will always be with us. No matter who says what, who does what, God will always be with us. And therefore we don't need to fear any human. Unfortunately, the biggest thing that people fear in this generation, and the biggest weapon that the devil uses against us and to stray us away from what God thinks of us, is the fear of people's opinions. We all fear people's opinions. So it can be simple as something we're wearing, how our hair looks. We all fear people's opinions. They scare us. Because we see people, we see them look at us in a funny way and we think, "Oh no, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me?" But we don't need to, because God is perfect and he made us in his perfect image. Every single part of us, every single part of me, was constructed and made by him. And we do not need to fear anyone. Also, sometimes we fear preaching the gospel to our friends who don't know Jesus. We fear that judgment. But 1 John 4:4 says, "Little children, you are from God and have overcome them. For he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world." And this goes back to God being our light and salvation, as the psalm shows us. He is that light and that salvation. And we don't need to fear anyone. It's actually so awesome, because fear could control you. At the end of the day, fear could control me. So, for example, if I was scared of doing something for Jesus because of what someone thought of me, it could set me back on my path with him. And it could almost stop me moving on with him. So fear is so important. This psalm is spoken by David. David said, "Whom shall I fear?" David at this time was a king. He was a king saying to God, "Whom shall I fear? Because I believe in you. I know you, Lord. Therefore I have nothing to fear." And this time David was against wars and everything, and he feared no one with that God. And I think that's so awesome. That lack of fear he had, because he knew that God was with him always. And at this time, fear is common. We're in a stage of coronavirus. Like, we don't know what tomorrow may bring. We don't know how long lockdown's going to go on. Honestly, there's a lot of fear in the world right now. But what we don't need but to fear is other humans. What they're saying, what they're doing. Because God was there at the beginning, and you were in his plans from day one. From Genesis 1:1 and way before that, you were in God's plans. He knows your life. He's completed your life. He completed your life the minute he planned you. He honestly has it all covered. And I just pray now that you don't fear anything. And I suggest that you just pray, Lord. I think you should just pray that you fear no one. Because, Lord, you are my light and my salvation. And you are the stronghold of my life. I think that's really awesome, isn't it? We just got nothing to fear, because God is that stronghold. And it's been great speaking to you today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you realise now that you have nothing to fear in a human form. Thank you.